Unleaded Toast presents an Elegy in Crimson. Before we begin, a kindness of sorts. This unholy elegy touches dark things. Violence, betrayal, power twisted until it screams, coercion, obsession, regret. The decay of love, yes, but also the predatory ecstasy of domination. The vampires you'll meet, although they're not brooding romantics, they're apex predators dressed in silk and shadow. And the mortals? Oh, they're sheep, fleeting, often forgotten, unless they amuse. They will kill you. They will seduce you. They will destroy what they love the most. Violence here is not without prejudice. Oh, and it is very rarely gentle. Some episodes will hurt. Some may unearth your own forgotten wounds. Oh, you have permission to pause, to breathe, to walk away. But if you stay knowing the void watches back. And so we begin Act 2 in the long, dark saga of Freya of Vargheim, the invisible daughter of Frost and Duty, the quiet hearth maiden who kept her head bowed and her fire lit while the long ships carried glory to men. For a time she played her part, weaving, tending, waiting, until he came. The stranger of winter, cold as moonlight, patient as death. Oh, he did not ask for her heart. He simply took what the world had already broken. And in doing so, he shattered the shell called a woman and revealed what slept beneath. Thus, the meek girl of Vargheim has been burned away. And from her ashes rose the Shadow of Ulvenholt, a creature of blood, of hunger, and of impossible grace. A monster, oh yes, but one who had finally learned how to breathe.
I became the tales I told my child, the type of warnings parents invent when they make strict rules to sound more reasonable, stories that sound fantastical to keep young from learning about true fear. Shadow of Ulvenholt. Untrue, I suppose. Once, a trio of children snuck into the woods late in the night, after their mother's warnings not to. And I decided I should facilitate a lesson of listening. I only killed one of them. The other two went screaming back home. I never saw children near that tree line again.
How did you lure them in?
The way I would sometimes lure the hunters. Weeping of a woman. It's easy to feel like you're safe going towards the sounds of something you perceive as weak.
That's pretty dark. That's pretty dark. So, Shadow of Ulvenholt. The story spread. Little tongues wagging in fear, mothers hissing your name over the cradle to keep their children from the woods, especially after what you did. Tell us, Freya, when did you first hear those stories? Was it from a drunk at the tavern fire, slurring warnings about the ghost in the birchwood? From a priest who refused to enter Ulvenholt, muttering prayers he didn't believe? Or did some trembling child whisper your legend while you stood behind them, unseen, listening? Where did you hear those stories? And tell me, did you enjoy it? Did it give you power?
They started as whispers, usually around a fire. Once I was brave enough to go into a village, into a tavern, just pretend, be around people for a short while. And they talked. I was ashamed at first, but somehow hearing the moniker they gave me on the quivering lips soothed the hole, the one I'd had in my chest, in my heart, since I was a child.
They made movies at the Shadow of Ulvenholt. I've seen a few. Silly, but still, word got around. What did you look like? How did you appear? I really want to know this. I love the creepy tale.
Well, the movies didn't get it right, but
They very rarely do.
I had fashioned a cloak, animal pelts, scraps of cloth that I would take from bodies. I had a dark hood that shielded my face in shadow. Sometimes all they could see was the glow of my eyes from beneath the hood. I was very good at being invisible until I didn't want to be.
So Freya, listening to all those stories, hearing what the others were whispering about you, you took that to heart, didn't you? I don't know if it was anger or what, but you lost your control. There is one particular story that was so absolutely horrific that it turned the villagers' lives upside down. It caused them to really fear you. What did you do? Did the forest help you?
At night, in that tavern, the villagers sharing their stories of me. There were a group of young men telling tales, scaring the girls, just the beginnings of womanhood. Putting a little fear and excitement into them. One of them got the bright idea to go out into the woods together to show them he's not afraid of the Shadow of Ulvenholt. I had to help them put on a show.
What did you do?
You already know clearly.
Oh, I know, but come on. Everyone is watching and they're listening. And that person is out there somewhere. I'm sure he wants his story to be told.
I didn't just kill him or drink his blood. I remembered a story of something Eric had done once when he pillaged a town when the leader would not surrender, tried to fight back. He made an example of him. It was gory, but I strung up his body, drained him of all of his blood, and sliced the front of him in half. Let everything spill out. Let the animals get the rest of him. Right at the edge of the forest.
It was pretty dark, even for you. Oh, the mortal sheep, they feared you after that. But fear is a form of worship, isn't it, really? The living always leave something for what they can't control. They leave offerings, a bowl of milk at the tree line, bread left on a stone, a lock of hair tied with red thread. The children were told to keep the Shadow of Ulvenholt at bay. But tell us, Freya, did you ever answer those requests? Did you let the village sleep untouched because of their prayers that might have amused you? Did you whisper gratitude into the trembling fool who dared step too close? Or did you take their offerings as an invitation, a supper bell rung in your honor? Be honest, darling. Were you their protector? Were there proof that the stories were true?
I had long since stopped becoming a protector of anyone. But I humored them in the beginning. It was touching. But I had no use for locks of hair or bowls of milk or bread. That wasn't what sustains me. They were never safe.
Seeing a pattern here.
Who are you?
Oh, yes, most definitely. But you know, Freya, I think you found out that even the sheep have teeth when they're cornered. One trembling villager crept to the forest edge, clutching a Christian relic, an offering, perhaps a curse, who knows. But it was meant for you. It was meant for the Shadow of Ulvenholt. Tell me, Freya, when that holy thing met your gaze, did the air curdle around you? Did the forest flinch? What did it do to you? Did it burn? Did it bind? Did it silence? Oh, and be honest, my little wolf in rags, did you snarl at their faith? Or did it make you afraid?
I felt justified in my actions. They weren't honoring me. They held me in no reverence. I was something to be talked of, but not perceived. Not something that belonged. I was still that child stuck behind glass.
When the sheep came and he was holding that cross. Oh, I wish I could have been there to see your face. What did it do to you? It wasn't good, I already know that.
Christianity was still new to those shores at that time.
Oh, yes.
First, I had seen a cross. At first, I didn't realize what the burning sensation in my body was. I thought maybe I had set myself on fire on accident. But no. It was that thing. It's like it was trying to light me from within. Burn me whole.
Did it leave a mark?
Appropriately.
Where is that mark?
The very center of my chest.
So another place you need to keep covered. So that sheep got away, didn't they?
Not from my lack of effort.
So now the villagers know that the Shadow of Ulvenholt can't handle a cross. That's got to help the missionaries.
Yes, I suppose I did their job for them.
Oh, my feral Valkyrie. Oh, how the mortals ache to name you. They carve your shadow into every new myth they fear to face. Queen of the dead, daughter of Loki, bride of the night. But here, tonight, one dares more than whisper. That night, someone sang your praise. It was the Skald. He was singing beneath the winter skies, his words praising Hela, the daughter of Loki. And his voice draws you near. Tell us, darling, what did he sing that stirred your hunger? What verse called your name through the veil? Did you come because he honored you? Or because he presumed to know your face?
His song reminded me of the wind whispering through my hair on the fjord. He spoke not of me, but to me. His words were the reverence I was beginning to crave.
His fire sputters as your shadow spills across the stones. He kneels, believing you to be a goddess. What does he see when you step into the light? How do you shape yourself for him? Are you divine? Are you dreadful? Or a little of both?
I still had my cloak of furs, but I pulled back the hood of cloth. My untamed hair, eyes glowing, and blood covering my chin and dripping down onto my bosom. He perceived me the way he wanted to.
But he calls you Hela. He begs for your story, your favor, your touch. You could tell him the truth, but why spoil the performance? What lie did you whisper into his trembling ear? What truth hides behind the smile that makes him believe?
I tell him that I heard his call to me, that he's earned favor through his tribute. And I ask him to play more.
And he does, doesn't he?
He had a lovely voice.
But he offers you something. Blood, song, maybe even himself. What gift does this poet give his goddess? Do you accept it like a queen receiving a tribute? Or like a beast taking its due? Tell us, Freya. After the song, how did the worship end?
The only offering he could have given me, worth anything, would have been himself.
Did you take it?
I did. Pleasures of the flesh first, and then his life.
I've always wondered, how do you feel after taking the blood of a holy man?
It's spicy.
Oh, the villagers find him at dawn. In his hand, he has a half-finished poem. What were the final words he wrote of you before his heart stilled? And how did this song, his mistake, spread your legend through the north?
The part of the poem he had written down was only the part that spoke of beauty and power. He hadn't gotten a chance to write the rest of that song, where he described something darker, more dangerous.
The villagers will say that the skald was blessed, that Hela herself came to that poet, that she claimed him as her own. Oh, but we know better, don't we, darling? You didn't come for praise. You came for the sound of your name on a mortal's lips. By dawn, his song will reach a jarl, a man who once called you wife. They say he listens in silence, then raises his sword in hand and whispers into the snow, Freya. Oh, my love, your legend has a heartbeat again. But we all know how this is going to end. Oh, yes. Men and their torches. Nothing makes them quite as brave as a story of a beast who dares to wear a woman's shape. They came for you, didn't they, Freya? A band of hunters wrapped in fur and fear. And among them your Jarl. Your Eric. The husband who once sang your name like a prayer. Oh, tell us about that night, how the horns echoed through the birchwood, how the steel and smoke cut through the mist. Did they call your name as they hunted, still hoping to find the wife before the monster? Or did you watch in silence from the shadows, listening to the man you once loved swear to kill what you had become? Tell us, mother of blood. Did you try to flee? Did you lead them deeper?
I didn't know it was him at first. I hadn't forgotten him, but he just looked so much older. Time didn't freeze for him.
Oh, but he recognized you, didn't he?
He looked at me like I was a ghost. I made a mistake. I had been in the shadows. I was hiding. I was just going to let them go. But I saw him and I realized who he was. And I stepped out of the shadow where he could see me.
What did he do when he saw you? Did he ask you about Leaf? Or did he think you were some innocent?
He thought I was a trick being played, or madness. He fell to his knees, clawed at his hair, screamed at me to leave, tried to banish the spirit he thought that I was.
You took him, didn't you?
I thought in that moment I was doing him a kindness.
Oh, how many times have I heard that before? Oh, I'm going to murder you. It's a kindness. It really is. A kindness? Like what you delivered to Little Leaf?
No.
A kindness like you delivered to Helga?
Kindness.
A kindness that you gave to that little child. One of the three. A kindness that you gave to the tavern goer who was strung up in the woods. Oh, tell me about this kindness that you gave to the one who used to call you wife. The one who made you a mother. Of the son you slayed, of course. Tell me, Freya, how did you take him?
I thought it was best if he remembered me as I was before. Now that he had seen me like this, he wouldn't be able to distinguish between the two. It would have driven him mad. I know it would have.
Oh, you're the judge now. That's so sweet. I didn't think anyone gave you that power.
Who gave you yours?
Oh, I'm not going to answer that question.
Funny.
Someone a lot more powerful than you.
Fine. You want the truth?
Yes, I want the truth. I want to know every little detail. I want to know what his eyes looked like when the life drifted away. I want to know how he tasted. I want to know how you looked at him. I want to know how your conscience felt after you murdered the man who gave you your only son that you happened to eat for food. Tell me, Freya.
I was relieved when he was gone. He was the source of resentment, of longing. He was the one always leaving. Ending his life felt good.
Felt good. As that last little drop of blood left his body. That's when you felt the pain. When the sword pierced your abdomen, right? Because it wasn't just Eric, there were other men out there. You were wounded. You were bloodied. Oh, the mighty shadow brought to heal. Ulvenholt, the woods that protected you, was set on fire and it burned behind you. Your blood stained the roots that once hid your crime. Oh, you crawl now, wounded and half mad, dragging yourself through the mud and frost. Each breath a betrayal of what you were. Tell me, Freya, did you think these trees would still shelter you? Did you think the beasts would rise up in your defense? How quaint. Forest does not protect the dying, it feeds on them. Oh, you know that. Oh, and now, darling huntress, tell us, how did you flee? How did you get away from those other 3 men? What path did your broken body carve through the ashes of Ulvenholt? Describe your flight.
I saw red, as they say. I don't quite remember killing all of them, but I did. Doubled over. Dark blood dripping down my body. But the pain sharpened me. I knew I couldn't stay in the wood. The forest was burning around me. I had to flee. My coherent thought in the moment was to get to water.
Where did you go?
I tried to find that cave that I had slept in all those years ago. Couldn't quite remember where it was.
Nothing sleeps quite like guilt, does it? Nothing dreams like hunger on pause. You were a poor broken thing. All that slaughter, all that divine fury you couldn't even stand. Be honest, my little huntress, when you found your cave. Was it rest? Or was it surrender? I want you to describe in detail that pitiful moment when the world turned its face from you and the earth drank your blood and even the shadows stopped calling your name.
I stumbled into it by accident. But as soon as I did, I fell to my knees, collapsing. I thought, maybe this is the end. Maybe this is all I deserve. Maybe rest would be peaceful. And I let my eyes close. But it wasn't peace. It was nothingness.
So do you remember hearing when the bear came into the cave to hibernate? Do you remember hearing the villagers outside? What do you remember? Anything?
That bear probably thought that I was just another dead thing washed up. I think it tried to eat me at one point, but I doubt I tasted very good.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't.
Didn't remember any people coming into the cave. I heard voices while I slept, but I wasn't sure if they were actually there or just in my head.
You did dream, though. I mean, even monsters dream, don't they, Freya? Buried in that dark, you weren't alone, not entirely, no. Someone found you there between heartbeat and oblivion. Tell us who came to you in that long sleep. Was it a mortal spirit? One of the countless you devoured and forgotten, crawling back through memory for vengeance? Or was it someone you once loved, whispering through the cracks of eternity? Was it Eric? Leaf? Or that child you couldn't save? What did they want, Freya? Did they want forgiveness? Did they want justice? Or to remind you of what you lost? Did they speak softly like a lullaby or scream until your blood remembered how to move again? And when you awoke, if you can call it waking, what mark did they leave behind? Was it a scar that wasn't there before, the taste of ash on your tongue? Who was it that visited you at your sleep?
All of them. Every one I had slain. One by one.
That must have been a nightmare. What did they want?
He kept asking why.
I bet you couldn't answer them, could you? Or did you say, because I wanted to? Because I enjoyed it?
I couldn't admit it then. You know, it takes time to come to terms with becoming a monster, as you called me.
I don't know what else to call you, my dear. An abomination, does that make you feel better? I could use that term.
I'm sure we'll think of something.
I'm sure we will. So what did they want? Did they try to murder you in your sleep? Did they want you to remember their names?
They wanted me to imagine the lives that they would never have.
Oh, I bet that was miserable.
Miserably cheery.
How did it make you feel seeing all of those lives and realize that didn't exist because you killed them? You ate them. You destroyed their future, all just like you did poor Leaf. Oh, I bet his was so sad.
Achieved its intended purpose.
Oh, and what was that, my dear?
I didn't want to wake. Didn't want to exist.
But eventually the monster has to feed. Yes, the monster has to feed.
I tried. Those voices in my head, the pictures of these futures. They drove me to have scars of my own making. Turns out I'm pretty hard to kill.
Oh, but not impossible. You stand before me today.
My unbeating heart stills.
Oh, you're a bitter little one. You slept for centuries and finally you woke up after all of that. Well, that procession. I think the year is now 1100, maybe to 1500, something like that. And where do you go next, you little creature of ruin? And when you got there, what did you call yourself? Were you a widow veiled in grief, so convincing that even you began believing it? Or were you a healer, those cold hands finally finding purpose in feigned mercy? Were you a wanderer, a stranger who never eats, who never warms by the fire, but leaves behind that faint scent of rain and iron?
The cave had been near a path often used by travelers. I managed to shield my face and bargained with a traveler that had a wagon to let me join them as they moved on. Traveled around the coastline for a week before we arrived at another village, larger, bustling with people. Must have been growing and growing. Enough people that I could get lost within them, at least for a little while. I was able to find a home to stay in.
Tell me about the people who let you live with them. What kind of people were they? I'm assuming they were sheep.
They were a brother and sister in a small home that had an extra room. They were short on coin, and I was offering to pay. They didn't need to know how I was getting it. I kept my distance. They kept wanting to speak with me, invite me for a meal, but I thought the most polite thing to do was to stay away.
Did they ever question why you slept all day? Surely that had to come up. Although, wait a minute. No, it does get light up there, doesn't it? You didn't have the 6 months of darkness. Oh, that would have been nice for you, wouldn't it?
It would have made things easier, but I never was questioned directly. I think they came to their own conclusions, the way that people do. They'll fill in the blanks with something that makes sense, even when what they're witnessing doesn't. I'm sure they thought I was some creature of the night, as it were.
But they let you stay. That's odd. But one companion is never enough for you, is it? Oh no. You always find another heartbeat to ruin. Tell us, Freya, who was this new affection, this friend of a friend who mistook your stillness for grace? What drew you to them? Was it the warmth you could no longer feel, the pulse of envy, the promise of something you'll never have again? Did they fall in love with you first? Or did you make sure they couldn't resist? Just like you did with, what was this? Oh, Eric. Oh, don't flinch, you remember him, the loyal fool who loved the idea of you, but not the thing that crawled out of the ashes. Oh, you remember. Tell us, Freya. Did this new one sound like him when they laughed? Did you pretend it was love again, or was it just nostalgia wearing a new face? Speak their name aloud if you remember. We'll wait.
Then he was a friend of the brother. He would come by and the two of them would work on the house, chop wood, and he always had a quip or something sarcastic to say to me. He didn't fear me and he didn't try to be too nice to me. He was just normal. Maybe that's what drew me into him.
Tell me something I've always wondered. A creature like yourself. What you had, I mean, did it feel like love? Or were you just using him?
I can't be sure I even know what love feels like at this point.
What did he think it was?
Infatuation? Maybe. Maybe he thought it was love. I'm not sure.
How do you think he would have felt if he knew his new companion was the Shadow of Ulvenholt?
I'd like to imagine that he wouldn't have immediately cowered in fear or ran me off.
But he didn't have a chance to find out, did he? You killed him. Oh, of course you did. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it? You build your little altar out of tenderness and you kneel before it and then you drown it in blood. Oh, tell us, Freya, how did it happen this time? Was it the hunger that betrayed you, or that festering anger that always claws its way out when someone dares to love you? Did they look like Eric in the dark? Did they say his name before they died? Maybe you told yourself it was mercy again, but we've already established that was a lie. Tell me, Freya, did you cradle them as you drained them, whispering comfort while you ended their life? Tell us what broke first, your restraint or your heart? Did they see you for what you were at the end of Freya? Did they plead? Did they curse? Did they forgive? Or did you silence them before they could choose? You always kill them at the moment they start to see you, don't you? Oh, it's almost romantic in a pathetic sort of way. Oh, Freya, you don't fall in love, you collect goodbyes. What did you do? Why did you do it?
You're perceptive enough. Yes, he told me that he loved me. Told me he saw a future for us. He held me in his arms. Told me that we'd have a family together. I know he didn't know. How could he? But I can't have that. I don't get to have that. I made sure of it.
Now the meek girl is gone. In her place walks the Shadow of Ulvenholt, beautiful, terrible, worshipped as a goddess by those too blind to see the monster behind the myth. Her name becomes both prayer and curse, whispered by lovers and dying men alike. They call her divine. They call her death. And somewhere between the worship and the slaughter, oh, something stirs. Something softer, quieter, dangerous in its hope. Is it possible that the beautiful monster could have found love? Or is it merely another illusion, another hunger wearing a tender face? Join us next time for the finale of The Shadow of Ulvenholt. Freya, the Shadow of Ulvenholt, has been brought to unlife by Ali Bogue, an unapologetic gamer, a hobby baker, and a devoted servant to an extremely judgmental cat. You can often find her haunting the third floor wars, embodying something suitably unsettling. Follow her mischief and mayhem on Instagram at alib.x. The link can be found below. As always, thank you for stepping into the void with us. If this tale left you breathless, leave a review, whisper it to a friend, or simply sit in the hush. Until we meet again, the book shivers in the frost. The quill, it bleeds. Oh, and you, my beloved witnesses. Oh, you would be wise to keep your lanterns lit, for the dark still remembers her name.